Warm up. That was a warm up. That was a warm up. Yes. So sorry. Yeah. Moving in just fortress like it's NOIA. I don't even need the army. Why?
What's going on? What's going on? Lozart underscore Chicago. Coming back at you with another video. Man, look. So I never really speak on like the man that we have on the screen right here, the brother KS. I mean, honestly, me personally. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, each one teach one. But I never really speak on the concept of Kevin Samuels in the public forum um, because everything has been said. What more can be said that's already been stated. Um, Now, at the height of his popularity, RIP him, um, I did have, a sophisticated woman that I would, speak back and forth with, who, we would express our opinions about um, this level of content. I mean, we thought it was entertaining. You know, I, she's educated. Uh, boss babe, so to speak, and I think I'm pretty smart. I think I'm all right, right? And so, you know, one thing that I could definitely provide was a sound positioning in terms of an opinion. She could as well, right? So that was pretty much the only person that I would really, well, I mean, chit chat with folks about silly stuff, but you know, but have some clarity is usually with her about it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I say I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man's man, and I get that. My son, my daughter see me as that as well. Um, but me personally, I like to talk to a woman. I'll be honest with you, a knowledgeable woman, a woman with a good head on her shoulder. Not saying that you always agree with one another, but I don't know. I think that the conversation will have a little bit more depth to it. All right, so what I want to do is review just a couple of Brother KS's videos. I know he has a channel that's still, gaining subscribers. That's dope. Um, but I recall viewing this particular video some years ago, and my take on it will probably be slightly different than most people's take. I'm sure. I'm an original person. I'm authentic. Um, so let's just jump into it. Let's just jump into it because again, I'm looking at more so than just what someone is saying. I'm looking at what's behind their words. You know what I'm saying? I've been around long enough to have that level of depth of thought and body language that matters as well. You know what I'm saying? So uh, let's just jump into it. Let's just see. Let me turn on some music real quick so it's not in a doldrums too much. All right, let's go.
Ladies, men accept this. What did I just say? Y'all doing good right now, city girls. Y'all thinking hot girl summer, but when it gets cold outside, shout out to Doc. Y'all better find your chicken. I'm gonna go rent me a boot from Halloween to spring, and I'm gonna give you $5,000 to go buy me Christmas gifts, and you go. Oh, they're gonna hate me. Oh,
So the subject that he brought up was an article, but also a business model that's actually in play right now in the world somewhere, where women can rent men for the evening. You know, some would you know say that's relative to an escort, but the way that the business model was set up, he read the description, I guess, online or whatever, and it was basically talking about if I guess one of these um, higher level women um, need someone for a dinner evening or with the corporation or I don't know, just to go bowling or someone just to hug. You know what I'm saying? Like would women start utilizing that service? And so that's what we're talking about today because there has been, some revelations in regards to dating. I'm currently dating now. I was married, but I'm dating now. Been married. I'm sorry. Was married for around about 7 years and then divorced for the last 7 years. So I think that number is supposed to be more than that 7. However, um, of course, in the dating market, things are different than when I was younger, of course, right? For all of us, no matter what age you come from, it's a little different out there. Not only the expectations of someone being a high earner, but in today's climate, because this video is at least what end of 2021, this is the beginning of 2024, so things have shifted. It is wintertime currently, but that was the premise of it. Let's jump back into this video.
Oh my God, they're gonna hate me, but that's okay. They're gonna hate me. Or the alternative is get your relational skills up and get a man the old-fashioned way.
How you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
And I agree with that. I agree with that. For men and women, getting a mate the old-fashioned way is probably most beneficial. Um, because the talking phase is important. The friendship phase, those stages are still important. I think social media even pushed us to a limit of even desiring, uh, the expected elasticity of the hookup culture. Like it's always gonna be like a rubber band, or a yo-yo. Have somebody on a yo-yo or something, right? No, it's not like that. And people find that years and years later, after playing that game, that they were the only one playing that game, and then they realize that they're alone. Or if they haven't realized it yet, they will realize it soon that they're alone. You know, so playing that social media game or somebody like the picture, or because that's broken up a lot of relationships as well. People playing that social media game, which I think is terrible. I think that's terrible when people play that social media game like that, back and forth. I mean, really, who has time for that if they're a productive adult? You know, the hookup coach is the thing, but there is such a lane as people who are looking to get married. You know, I just think that men don't want to be placed in a simp role. No, we gotta talk about it. I'm sorry, I wasn't even gonna go here with it, but we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here with it. One second. Let me pull up this video real quick. Yeah. So I saw this on YouTube earlier this morning, and this is something you'll have to call Jesus. All right, peep game on this show. So this is Sierra. Sierra posted this on her Instagram page or YouTube, wherever she posted. Okay, she's showing her legs. All right, cool. The legs got oil on them. That's dope. Her feet look a little big, but that's not bad. Her feet don't look bad. She do got some bear claws on them. But I salute Sierra. That's how she can twerk so well and keep her balance and shit. She got look at them. I ain't front. I ain't front. Her knees look nice in proportion with her legs, so that's dope. You can tell that she's still, kind of keep it tight. I used to like Sierra, for real. Like even after the Bow Wow thing, like I was so mad about the Bow Wow. Like Bow Wow is not a good representation of men under 7'5'7". Hey, no shots at Bow Wow. I'm joking. I'm joking. But for real though, yeah. All right. I'm more like Russell Wilson type, I guess. 5'11 ish. I'm 5'11 ish. We'll say 5'11. All right. Anyway, let's go with this. Look, so the simpery is real, y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. Let me make this big screen. 'Cause y'all, let me, okay. Somebody is excited. Can we go to the comments though? I seen some of the comments and it was like what is going on? Hold on. My comment is the first one I'm gonna do. But before we get to my comment, before we get to my comment, I did a legal comment. Let's go through a few of these comments. Um, this shit just made me sick, y'all. Alright, God bless the home that can laugh together. God has blessed them. Peace and blessings. That's dope. That was a dope comment. We ain't throwing shade over here. We don't have like the comments. Okay. Dream come true. Okay. Beautiful mom and dad, gorgeous family. You two are sweet in the show. Okay, dream goes. Kind of scary for anyone trying to be heard. Uh, when I say I love their love for each other. Yeah, this is one I saw earlier. When come on. When I say I love their love for each other, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. My God, it's a relationship goals. Yeah, that's correct. But for me, somebody else like relationship goals. They're like, okay, they're such a cute couple. You can tell they really adore each other. Aren't they? Okay, they seem like what I'm saying. She just commented. I don't think she give a damn. By the way, yeah. Uh, it's good that she's so happy with a good husband and four beautiful babies. I saw this comment. I'm like, that sounds like the baby mama's dream. That they see right there. So let's keep on. Oh, yeah. Okay, you got a little two step with it. All right, trying to say you got rid of him. Maybe they laughing and he has a lack of rhythm. Nothing like a supportive and loving husband and father. God bless their happy home. Chris T question. All right, Chris. This is not the type of comments you need to be leaving. Not on this. Chris. Chris T. All right, cool. While his parents raised him perfectly for his new family. This one really touched my heart right here. Sweet you are, Desi. Look at her. Okay, got the hair flowing on her pitch. Okay. All right. Let me just say this real quick. This sounds like basically baby girls trying to state that dude is somebody that was raised to be Russell Wilson, which is not a slight on Russell. Russell is Russell. He does what he does. That man got a Super Bowl championship. Um, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like he played with one of the fiercest defenses. You know what I'm saying? They have Marshawn Lynch. That's still the thing in the world. Like Marshawn Lynch still had that last call in the Super Bowl. People might have lost money. You know what I'm saying? Lost a lot of money. I should say. I don't know. I don't think people's parents. Well, I'm a father, so let me just speak from first person. I don't think that me as a father want to raise my son to be someone who is in this video doing what this person is doing. Like I tell my son right now, like if he's certain people who are like, let's say, I ain't trying to call him about Corey Skincher. You know what I'm saying? He don't be making dope content. You know what I'm saying? For real, like salute to bro. I think he got from Michigan though, like so. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. Anyway, um, like my man will have like his followers, let's say on Twitter or X or whatever, and he'll put up a clip and then take the clip and then he'll clip it and then like he'll have a challenge on one of those days where they'll show like what they clipped of his clips and stuff like that, and he'll review them and stuff like that, and just make commentary off of it. Another way to make content. So it's dope, and you can see his hard work too. That's what's up. Salute. But the point that I'm trying to make right now is that, like, it was one clip, me and my son, my daughter, we chilling, we watching the joint, and my man was up here twerking, like grown man twerking, right? And And so, you know, of course, you know, I got a dad explain some things every now and again. Like, man, why is this nigga twerking on the internet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if the nigga was twerking somewhere, why is it on the internet? You dig what I'm trying to say? I don't know, man. So, what I'm trying to say is that, like, in terms of the son that I am intentionally raising, I don't want that to be doing what Russell Wilson just did on this video. Hold on, let's go back to the video. Let's go back to the video just so we watch it one more again. One more again. Look at this brother. Simplification on full video. Simplification on full display. Let's get back to these comments real quick. We're gonna get to my comments. This ain't gonna be a long video. I swear it won't gonna be a long video. But if you're rocking with me, if you catch this on replay, it's like a video, man. Tell a friend, man. We're gonna keep rocking. Hold on. We ain't gonna get to my comment yet. Hold on. Alright, so sweet you are Desi. Shout out to you. She found her true other half and beautiful witness. Now, okay. I can never really read people's brain. Crazy. Cecilia of A, two. Alright, she got the hips. She got the shoulders out. I thought that this was good enough. Now, this sounded cheap. This sounded authentic to me. Alright, here we go. Goon earn 4-6. Are you a goon? Goon earn is a goon. All right. 4644. They hate this couple because they're happy together. And there's no dysfunction. Period. Salute to them. Period. Queen. King. Bro, he sound like he worked for them blogs, bro. Like, like nigga, you work for the shade room, nigga. Like, low key, that's your ghost page. You really a shade room blogger, nigga. All right, let's get to my comment. At above average and above. No shade. But how many fathers rock their child to sleep without the coaching or praise of the mother? Like, how many times does that happen without the cameras on, without the mother even sitting there prompting them to do what this person? Calm. And without a mounted camera with good lighting. Period. So this is the planned thing. You're trying to show people a vision of this. So it's almost like manipulation. You're almost trying to trick me into believing something. It seems like the business that pays is a broadcasting a relationships goals message. Period. This is a problem for many logical fathers that see this. I spoke for myself, but that's how I saw it. Hey, let's get back to this video though, man. This is crazy, man. Hold on. Let's get back into this, man. I just had to share that one. That one was something. All right, let's get back to this video real quick. Let's speed it up a little bit. Kevin Samuels, man, R.I.P. I have to get back to it. And you know what? The crazy thing about this particular interview is that this woman, look at this. She got a hat on. Look at the cheekbone. I'm just looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Just a feminine presentation. You dig what I'm saying? You know, the way she phrases her words, you know what I'm saying, with her lips and stuff like that. Like, everything like that, you know what I'm saying, is for me, you know what I'm saying, that's a green light. However, let her keep talking. Let's play.
Amazing. How you doing?
Good. How old are you?
24.
What do you got for me?
I jumped in kind of late on the combo, but
If a woman can't find a husband, are you prepared to buy a man or hire a guy to be your man?
if I get old, like not that 45 old, but if I get that old and I still don't have a guy, what do you mean by rent one?
You want to go out to a concert? Who's gonna take you?
Just like to date or to like be with?
Either or. Rent-A-Gent is a trusted marketplace for handsome, smart, talented men. Available for rent available for rent by the hour for dates, parties, and then they even got them for rent for like household services, things like that. Yeah, it's like anything else. Men have always understood this to be an escort. There's an event you got coming up. You don't want to roll solo dolo because you're old. Huh?
Does he have a woman?
What fucking difference does it make?
So this is not a single man. This is just.
Why does it matter? See, when guys go to strip clubs or escorts, we don't get to ask those questions.
American 134 from Los Angeles. Oh, stop it!
Yeah, my parents were married when they were 18. They're still fairly young now. They're 43. And then,
Right.
so,
Well, then move that way in your life, because understand that service exists and it's only
Yeah.
about to grow, because men are not marrying
mm,
because women aren't giving men the incentive they want.
right.
Are you seeing anybody right now?
I'm not.
Okay. When was your last relationship?
About a year ago.
Shame on
How long did it last?
It was about 6 months.
shame on you.
6 months, a year ago? That's not a lot.
Yeah.
You want any
Fool
kids?
me, we can't get fooled
I do.
again.
I mean,
I want 2 for sure. 3 will probably be my max. No,
You
no,
know-
my max, my personal. Like if my husband wanted more kids than 3, and I have more than 3.
so you know, I always ask, do you want to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
For me, like
Be rapping,
I would say no. Like okay, I don't want to work. Oh, okay, let me answer on this. For me, I would say like okay, I have 2 sisters, so it's
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first kid?
Do I want to have to? No.
What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
In a perfect world, none.
All right.
That's priority for it to be right.
All right. So you're in Florida?
No, I'm in Atlanta.
Atlanta. How much money is a man going to need to make to provide for a?
Atlanta now. Hold on. That made me think of Magic City. Down there in Atlanta now.
I think they just want me to bust it open. You say bust it open, that means like just bend over and just spread everything. And I'm not doing that for $10. I might do it for 10,000. I'm not doing it for $10.
Middle class lifestyle for a stay-at-home wife and 3 kids in middle class.
In Georgia, I mean upwards of 700,000.
That's a lot. Man. It's not that much, but all right. That's the top 1% of men.
Mhm.
Have you ever dated a man making $700,000? Hello.
Oh.
I'm here.
Okay, yeah, no.
Hey, look, I gotta say this real quick, because the whole time I recall even then, like so when this popped up on my timeline again this morning, that's why I'm doing this video, because I'm like, you know what I'm saying, why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's do some content, let's do it. But I recall thinking about this even then. This woman is very attractive to me. This is my opinion. She got a ball cap on. She probably promoting business or something like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever she's doing, you dig? Salute. However, she ain't got no makeup on. She ain't got none of the joints on. She got her hair pulled back. She ain't got nothing on the lips. Like, none of the joints. Like, I ain't even talking about the stuff lining her lips. I'm talking about like the gloss, the shit that make the lips. You know what I'm saying? And so she ain't got none of that joint on, and she's still presentable. Like, you did what I'm saying. So they get into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at this point we starting to notice why, and even at 24 years old, and why she's attractive, why she probably not get the certain people that she want to pull up on. You did what I'm saying? All right, listen.
Have you ever dated a man making $500,000?
No.
Have you ever dated a man making over $100,000?
Yes.
What percentage of men make over $100,000 in this country?
I watch your show. I can't remember this number, but I know it's less than 10%.
Less than how many?
Less than 10, right?
Yeah. Did your father make almost $1 million a year?
No, my dad makes almost 6 figures a year.
Almost 6 figures.
Mhm.
So I gotta ask the question, man. Your mother and father have been married for a long time,
Mhm.
and your father is doing better than most, but he's not making anywhere close to the exorbitant amount of money you just said.
Mhm.
Why do you need that?
No, I thought you were asking the question.
Yeah, but I mean, I know how much money he would need to make, but what I'm saying, I accept that.
Mhm.
But it's close to 300,000, 400,000, but that's still a lot of money.
Mhm.
Because the next question comes, how tall are you?
Mhm.
How tall are you?
So
How tall are you? 5'3"?
5'4",
5'4"? Dress size?
8.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
170-ish.
You're not a dress size 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Image consultant in real life. If you're 5'4", 170 something, I can look in your face and tell you're closer to a 10, 12.
No.
Okay.
So this is my thing with that philosophy as far as the money, right? So a man who makes 300,000 a year, obviously there's nothing wrong with that. There's not anything wrong with a man who makes 40,000 a year, or 50,000 a year. But
Okay. Let she started explaining now. She started. You can tell she's small, and that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I've never really entertained for very long what I would consider a dumb girl. You did what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about when I was young, when I was legit. You did what I'm saying? That was my philosophy even then. Like, no matter what, she could have been bad, she could have been popular, she could have been popping, she could have been a bopper, she could have been ran through, she could have been whatever. Because I mean, the reason why I said it is because you come in contact with those different people in the group. They come from Chicago. You're gonna come in contact with everybody in this motherfucker. You dig what I'm saying? So, and it's not how you react to it. It's more. I'm sorry. It's not how you know you judge or you think about it. It's more so how you react to it. You dig what I'm saying? Like you gotta know how to play your cards around in the joint. I learned life at a card table. Anyway, long story short, what I'm trying to say though is that with this beautiful young lady, 24 years old, brown skin, caramel skin, whatever it is, even with face blemishes and stuff like that, like no one's perfect, right? There's a reason why I picked this video is because she's fly. So a nigga would give her a shot because she's that fly. She's talking to an older man, obviously. Nigga got the gray in the beard with his motherfucking shirt unbuttoned, 2, 3 buttons down. Like, that's a bit much. I get that. I get what people are trying to say. However, I mean, you can button that up a little bit. At least give it a few more buttons up your chest, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, back to the young lady. She's starting to explain a little bit. She's starting to get that energy that him as an older man has witnessed 1,000 times over. If he has a black mother, he's seen it 1,000,000 times, at least within that person. 1,000 times with just, his meddling in the street. But then if he has a black mother, he's seen it 1,000,000 times with just dealing with his mother. It's all love. But it's just recognition now. People don't realize that they're being viewed in the light that they're portraying, not the light that they wish to portray. Once they realize that, maybe a barrier, I ain't talking about smashed brick wall, but maybe a door open where you can walk through it and another door closes. If that makes sense. Meaning a new phase of life. You're no longer she's 24, you're no longer 14 anymore. You can't act like you're 14 anymore. You're 24 now. And that's how a man, even with goddamn 3 buttons down, this shit unbuttoned and shit, like, I don't know. Anyway, with that being the case, though, still, he's a man recognizing this in a young lady and trying to give her some level of guidance, direction, something of that nature. She's giving that energy. Let's keep going.
For me,
What are you doing?
This is what they will call matching energy. If people don't understand what that means, you don't have to stoop to anybody's level. You just, if someone gives you a certain measure of respect, you can't over exceed the measure of respect that they're giving you. That dynamic doesn't work. Those scales don't balance.
if you have,
What are you doing?
logging into, I have a call at 11. But for me, a man who makes that much money, there's nothing wrong with that. But
look how the nigga looked off. This is a professional man. He's been in the professional world for umpteen years. They don't even know how many circumstances that he actually had in a professional setting with professional people, or less than professional. Not less than people. Hear me clear. Less than professional people. So he probably have a standpoint that is quantifiably unmeasurable almost. I'm not saying that don't anyone have this understanding. No. But it is a select few. It's not a lot of people because he has it. I would say Tupac has it. Tupac had the ability where he could be within a boardroom and get his point across, articulate his point and his vision without being overly immersed in a character trying to force feed some ideas to people. And then again, he could be in the street or around his family. Let's say around his family. And still, again, at the very same time, not be overtly into this essence of trying to force feed some character into somebody's ideology of who he may be. This is a man that is talking from a level of understanding. That's a different standpoint. And that's what people are missing, I think, within these interviews that RIP and the brother KS are trying to present. Let's get back to this beautiful woman as she gets explained.
if you have, like for me, I'm the type of woman, I want to retire my parents. I have, certain goals I want to reach. And if my,
How much? What do you do? Did you go to college?
I stopped going to college about a year.
All right. So how you gonna retire your? How you gonna retire your? No, listen. No.
I trade currency.
Okay, you trade currency. That's fine. Where do you live?
I live in Buckhead.
Okay. You live by yourself. You how old again? 24?
24. I live with my sister. Me and my sister live together. We live
So
in
you trade currency. How long have you been doing that?
3 years.
All right. Then are you doing financially well?
I am.
So you want to retire your family. What about why would your husband want to retire his in-laws?
That's what I was about to say. So for me, if
So she gets explaining it again and stumbling while she's explaining it. So although it doesn't make sense in the technical sense of the conversation, it does make sense. So he asked a right question that led to a right conclusion for her. That's what it did. We're looking at this in real time. Now, if you ask the right questions, you will get the right response. Whatever you do with that information is up to you from that point on. But if you ask the right questions, typically you will get a right response. So she gets explained. He asked her basically in regards to on his show, he talked about high value men or men of a certain caliber, correct? Whatever that standard was set in terms of his audience as they recognized it. And it was widespread over the internet. It affected every lane of life, you know. Now, if that's his audience, the women that are calling in are identifying themselves as those men, so to speak. I don't mean to be derogatory. What I'm stating though is that they feel as if that they're capable of reaching a certain value level in terms of what value they saw to be a man's interpretation of what his value is. Okay? And so, with that being the case, he asked her a question in regards to what high value man, a thinking, logical man thinking, like what would he basically get out of this beautiful young lady, even with her blemishes and she got a hat on. She looked very presentable. I'm pretty sure she could put it together, like for real. And she probably sitting on the dome. You know what I'm saying? She probably sitting on the little cushion without, natural cushion. You get what I'm saying? However, what I'm saying though is that like even with that fact, he brought that up. She had to in real time realize that she's not looking for that particular person. She may have called in the show trying to get the eyes on her business, the eyes on her ambition, the eyes on her status level at this very point at 24, which is very commendable. With that still being stated, it made her realize in real time that she probably is going to be the woman that's going 50-50 with a man. Do we catch that? Did we catch that? She's probably going to be the one that's going 50-50 with a man. And it's not because she is incapable to get a man. Even the good brother KS says she's at least a 5. I'm pretty sure she do a thing and and beat her face or whatever to the gods or whatever they be saying. You know what I'm saying? She'll probably move up to a 6, 7. You dig what I'm saying? So she's not a bad looking young lady. However, I think it's more so of the presentation, not necessarily physical, because we know that can get a man to talk to you or to do something for you or to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There are simps out there. But then again, there are real men that understand the mode of thinking of, okay, how to dope on a woman. And it's not just his resources. When you doting on a woman, you're giving her some of your wisdom and your understanding. Um, I don't know.
man doesn't make that much money, or even if he does make that much money, my issue with that is I wouldn't necessarily feel like it needs to be my life goal to put my entire financial stake on a man because he makes $100,000 a year. If I want to retire my parents, if I have certain goals that I feel like I feel like my parents deserve to be retired early. I feel like they deserve
Stop.
lifestyle. Okay, go ahead.
You ain't talking like nobody's wife. You talking?
Wow.
Y'all gotta learn to stop playing with marriages, especially when they're good, healthy, balanced, solid marriages. Don't play with it. Appreciate it. Otherwise, you could be exposing your husband to a whole new world, and he feels like that world is better without you. you'll look back like, oh damn, she actually did me a favor. I thought it was the end of the world, but no, nigga, it's a whole new world.
Wow. Women get married and they have to realize that later on. It's crazy. Men get married and have to realize that later on as well. As soon as you get divorced, I'm not playing. Like once I thought you be ready. Hey, them streets, they wasn't calling you. Like, let's say if you was a man and you had to go through a divorce, man, it took you a little time to get over it. Maybe, let's say about 3 years, at least about 3 years. You was dating folk, you was trying to get through. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to figure out life and your position in the world and stuff like that. So let's say about 3 years. Let's say you got kids, so that's 3 years of the kids' lives. Now, at that third year, you back in. Like now, I'm not saying you took that time off just to, just grieve and be alone. Like, no, you was really trying to like establish a foundation during those 3 year time frame. But once that third year, it's just like it's a clock that ticks. So as soon as that third year hit, after the divorce, I've been divorced for 7 years now. After that third year, you be like, hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's going on? You good? All right. Cause matter of fact, the first 3 years you don't even know how to date. You did what I'm saying? Like you the first year you with God, the whole year you talking to God, like, hey God, what's happening? This is not what I planned, God, but it's not what I planned that matters, right? It's what you planned. But what's going on, God? So I don't know, man. I think when it really comes down to it, we really do have to look at data from the standpoint of where we at with it. Let's keep going though. This shit is cooking though. We're gonna try to move through. We got one more video.
Talk like a goddamn dude.
We may get to it, we might not, but we'll see.
Me, some would say.
Yeah, and the kind of man that make that kind of money, talking about, ain't gonna deal with a man like you. You ain't talking about what you want. What the fuck? I mean, the man's make that kind of money. He's looking for a wife that raise his own legacy. Not worried about your family and what you want to do for your mom and dad. That's their life. He got parents. He retired his parents before.
That's
Uh-oh. Now, what was the stray? The stray bullet was not that this beautiful woman right here is a bad person. Not that she's 100% selfish, but she came off as a bad person that is selfish within this moment. That's how moments get turned viral, right? So I'm not coming for shawty like that. That's not my game. That's not my play. What I'm saying though is, buddy, look bad. I'm pretty sure she put herself together. She stepped out. She doing her thing. However, if you're dealing with a man that's marriage minded, he's looking at more than just your physical appearance. Because, especially if he's a man who understands what that means and what it doesn't mean. Meaning, he has the ability to have come in contact with enough beautiful fives, six, and sevens, adjustable six and sevens, where he feels as if that, okay, I would like to talk to your mental, hopefully, in hopes of reaching your spiritual, if that's possible. If it's not possible, then we have to look at it from a standpoint of what it is. And that's, again, I'm pretty sure women have their stances as well. If he doesn't have a car, if he doesn't have a house, if he doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever their benchmark is, whatever man they feel is that they're, able to, attract. Now, even if you're able to attract, can you keep? Because it's women with a longer time span in terms of fertility that is entering the dating market almost every other month. When you say it like that, it sounds different, doesn't it? As a man, you're supposed to procure and grow within your manliness. As a woman, you're supposed to preserve and protect your womanliness for as long as you can. So a man is supposed to grow and continuously elevate within his manliness and the status, the structure of it, whatever, the foundation of it, I should say, before the structure of it. And that's a continuous thing until you're no longer able to do it at that level. Let's think of a career NBA player or something like that. They have their rookie year, then they have a few years where they learn in the system, learning routines that works best for them and their physical output, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? And then at the very time, they learn in the game, they're learning what works for them, they're learning their body, they're enhancing themselves as well. So with that being the case, around about that third year, you get to a point where you start to feel your way through the game. You can move at your own pace. It's not always pretty. You don't always have the best game, but it's like you can just like you slide through, for lack of a better term. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're a killer like AI, something like that, you just or Carmelo or Donovan Mitchell, or you know what I'm saying, you just salute them, brother. I'm just saying, but like, you know what I'm saying, their game was nice like that, where they ain't really trying to ruffle a lot of feathers, but I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna do work, and then I'm gonna leave the gym, and then whatever, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can say whatever once I leave the gym, but I already put the work down already. That's what it gives me in terms of like the understanding of how, men see how their value measures, even if, everything else don't align. It takes a whole life to get to that point. Now, for women, you do have to maintain that essence because that is what really is. No one wants a buffed, roughed up diamond. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's glimmering and shiny, meaning it's pristine, meaning it doesn't have any flaws within it. It may have been in the rough, but now it's been preserved to the point that even in its roughened state, it can be the most beautiful element or elegant thing that accompanies, one's posterior or one's overall image. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's see. We just gonna do this one interview, then we'll wrap it up. We might do the other interviews later because there was a lady with pretty privilege I wanted to tap into, but I don't think I got the energy for it right now. I got to come with a fresh new mind when I talk about the lady with the privilege because I approach it differently. I salute them for being privileged, but I still try to run through their thoughts and see what they talking about. But I think we're just gonna do this one for right now, and we'll come back to it later on.
But your responsibility is supposed to be thinking about your man and what you do for your legacy, not what you do to pay your parents back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would be my life choice. So
As a single woman, yes.
a man who makes 100,000, 300,000 a year, that's good money. But for my specific life goals at 24, with plenty of options and
Plenty of options for what? Plenty of options for what?
for dating, and as far as the time in my life situation.
Let me ask you a question. What would you rank yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7. Fresh face out of the shower.
Fresh face out of the shower, I would say a 6. And when I'm dressed, hair, all that, I would say a 7, 8.
So you give yourself an adjustable 6.
Yes.
So you put yourself on the same level as Sweet.
Well, that's what you rank her as. That's
I will give you a 5 at best. I'll
And
give you average, and then your weight and your weight is below average.
okay. And
that means, man, the way you're talking is like you say you got a lot of options, but not for the kind of caliber man you're talking about. Not that kind of money. You may have a lot of options for dudes making average money, but not for no man talking about $300,000-$400,000 a year. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not here in Atlanta.
well, like I said, for my life goals, a man who makes 100,000, 300,000 a year, that's cool. That's good money. But that's not enough money for me to say I'm stopping what I'm doing and only your cares matter. What I want to do for my family, what my goals are.
This is a single woman. This is a dead woman walking.
There we go. There we go. We heard that. When she was pressed, and I'm not coming for the young lady. I'm not coming for the young lady. I think she's actually very attractive. And this is her natural face. So I think that she's attractive with a natural face. So I'm not pressing the young lady, but when she felt pressed, then we saw, you know, I don't know if she's from Atlanta, but you say she's staying in Buckhead. I think Buckhead is one of the more affluent neighborhoods where, you know what I'm saying, they start having to be rapper shootings and clubs over there. It's like, oh, hell no. I don't want to close shit down. But not for real though. I told y'all this story. I know it looked in my head. Anyway, I'm from Chicago though. Look, for real though. So she, again, beautiful young lady, and she probably got that thing toting behind her, you know, because she down in the south, so she knows like the brothers like them thicker. So 170 to her, she thinks that she thinks she a model at 170, which I ain't stunned on that because brothers, you know, in Chicago we like a thick too. Nigga, thick thighs do save lives. Nigga. Don't let them tell you otherwise. I salute Jason Black, but he be talking about all these like he on another level with that shit. Like the niggas can listen to that shit, but then again at the same time be like, bro, come on now, for real. Some of that shit, because I understand he from the south, you know, and I got people from the south. I'm from the south, but it was like I'm from Chicago, so a little bit more of a faster understanding is more prevalent to me. You know, I understand that, you know what I'm saying, plant a seed and it takes 6, 7, 8 months to grow. I get that, you know. However, you know, in a more faster paced metropolitan area, the understanding not only the speech and the verbiage is at an accelerated pace, it's not even the understanding is at an accelerated pace. I don't think people in the South are slow. I think they smarter than a motherfucker. They just calculate, you know, from what I can tell. People that I know. But what they don't see is that it's the same level of calculation from someone up here. They just doing it because they doing it at a pace where it's you playing your cards, but you're trying to look down 3, 4, 5 different avenues at the same time to see which way is the best way to, you know what I'm saying, attempt whatever you're trying to attempt to see which way you can go. You dig what I'm saying? And it's not like a level of confusion or nothing like that. It's just more so like, okay, I got you can commonly stand on a street up north of Chicago, and it'll be like literally in the middle of a intersection, and the intersection will have like literally it will break up, branch off into like 4 and 5 different routes, right? And so with that being the case, that's how people. That's just an example. That's just a perfectly timed example. That's how people in Chicago think, because we think a little bit quicker, in terms of just trying to find an outcome. Now, it doesn't mean that all 5 of those outcomes or those routes are desirable ones, but you're gonna like at least have them set in motion, you know, for you to make the best, I guess, adjustment and the necessary move or the play that needs to be made. And so that is how I believe even the the dating market thing go at least in 2024. So many people are so fixated on not being held down or settled down or something like that. Um, and some people have good reason, like myself. Um, I'm still working on myself. I'm still working on my future. I'm still, being a father to my kids. I'm still being, a valuable member in the community, in my society, in my city, and and I've always been a person that gave back at least the knowledge that was given to me as a kid. Like, because somebody picked me up off the ground and, handed me a hand and like, okay, look, you can do it, better than, how you been doing it or how you seen people doing it. Somebody gave me a hand up like that. So I'm going to continuously do that. But when I look at this beautiful young lady and I see the circumstance, she got all the moxie, she got all the ability, But I think a lot of women grew into the essence. And look, I'm raising a daughter, so I'm trying to like understand this as much as I go forward. Because I want to make sure that I give her the necessary thoughts as her father to be successful as an adult woman. And if anybody want to question me on that, they can. We can debate about it. I'm a great debater. Like I'm pretty good. So we should debate about that. What I think about my children. However, um, I want to give her skill sets where even at 24, she's doing well for herself, making six figures, living in Buckhead with her and her sister sharing the rent. She did say that. She will have the tools necessary to do what a man desires. And a man, we could break it down simply and say respect. That's a big thing, but it's really trust. It's not trust in like infidelity trust. It's if I'm watching your back, I'm protecting your secrets about your family and about this and about that. I don't even speak on it. That's how I'm protecting. I don't even speak on it. Then I need you to do the very same thing about me and my people. If my people ain't wronged you, if my people wronged you, then you can say whatever about my people. But if my people ain't never wronged you, but your people done wrong my people or wrong me, which is wrong in my people, then some wrong was done. And that's as simple as it is. Hey, look, Lozard, I'm gonna get about this thing, man. I'm gonna just let y'all read about that one right there. And the alarm clock going off. But for real, each one, teach one. That's been the motto ever since I was 14, 15 years old. I was the individual that looked out before we even did. How to raise kids before I even had my natural kids. So each one, teach one. What's the thoughts from this whole circumstance, though? Let's wrap it up. I think for the most part, dating is definitely different. Yeah, everything is different right now. But uh, persistence, relentlessness, you can apply that to any aspect of your life. Still today, I think Brother KS was a good example for that as well. Being relentless and persistent. He didn't get that level of fame and notoriety until he was into his 50s. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was a hard worker for many years and expected himself to be on that level at some point. Where he would have like 24-year-old boss babes calling him up on his show. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So when it really comes down to it, it is definitely, a thing to kind of consider. Oh yeah, this the lady. We don't have to do another review on that. She's very pretty. She's an older woman. I think she's 37. Got twins, 14-year-old twins. You know what I'm saying? So you got a ready-made family when you bump it up. And she's talking about she be in the club in the VIP section and shit like that. So at 37. But you know what? Marriage ain't favorable. Like, share, and subscribe. This is Lozart _Chicago. Look, tell a friend, each one teach one.